to investigate hospices in California. The Stop Nick Shirley Act would ban people from posting about organizations that support immigrants in a way that's considered harassment. The bill still needs approval from the state Senate and the governor. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. U.S. and Iranian negotiators have reached an agreement on a 60-day ceasefire extension, and it opens the door to start talking about Iran's nuclear program. Though ABC's Karen Travers says President Trump has not approved the deal yet, and we don't know if he will.
The military is calling this an egregious ceasefire violation. So a big question now is, how does this impact the potential for negotiations, given that lack of urgency we heard from the president yesterday?
The potential deal comes just hours after the countries traded airstrikes. Your money at this moment, the Dow currently down 45 points, down to 50,598. The S&P 500 is up 37. The NASDAQ doing really well again today, up 226 points. Coming up, staying hot today, but a cool down is right around the corner. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 102.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
I'm really interested to hear about how your parents talk to you at home, and how do you think they can kind of break through to you?
It's just to talk about it. It's just seriously it's going to be awkward at first. But if you keep repeating it over and over again, it's just going to feel natural.
Keep going, and soon we'll just be able to talk about it.
Talking about mental health with your teens is the power of we in action. Visit intermountainhealth.org/teen mental health.
Ready for your next vehicle? At Performance Automotive in Bountiful, your new Ford, Toyota, or Honda is here. Built for Utah communities, canyon weekends, and everything in between. Choose capability with Ford, long-lasting reliability with Toyota, or smooth efficiency with Honda. Backed by friendly experts and financing options that fit your budget. Visit Performance Ford, Performance Toyota, and Performance Honda for your test drive. Browse inventory, check pricing, and schedule your visit at performancebountiful.com. Performance Automotive in Bountiful, driven to be the best. 1 in 5 Utah kids face hunger. And the summer months make things even more challenging because families can no longer rely on school meals to help them get by. These days, the situation is more dramatic than ever. That's why Utah Food Bank is again holding its annual Summer Business Food and Fund Drive, encouraging organizations of all sizes to gather food for donations for families. Beginning in early June and running through the end of August, the Summer Business Food and Fund Drive is your chance to make a difference for families seeking emergency food requests to help stretch their budgets. Rally your coworkers, friends, or a community group of any size to make a collection. Every dollar earned turns into more than $7 in the form of goods and services to help those in need. What are you waiting for? Organize your Summer Business Food and Fund Drive today. To find out more or to get ideas for your own DIY fundraiser, visit utahfoodbank.org.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Ricky Meese.
Good news for drivers in Summit County westbound I-80. Road crews are picking up those orange barrels, opening that right lane. All lanes are open now, westbound I-80 approaching Parley Summit. Here in the valley, we have an accident in Murray. This is going to be on southbound I-15 at the exit to I-215 South Belt. Looks like they're over to the right. Keep an eye out for them. They're in the bend of that curve. While you're planning your day, plan for comfort too with the Good Feet store. Find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Working our way up to a forecasted high of 87 degrees today with mostly sunny skies, though we're going to be dropping down to about 77 degrees tomorrow as clouds start to roll in. A little bit of a chance of rain, but a greater chance of rain on Saturday. High drops down all the way to 71 degrees. Right now, it's 84 degrees and partly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
And you're sure management's okay with this?
And Alex Curie.
I thought you cleared it with them.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller. I got Alex Curie here with me. Thanks so much for joining us today. We sure do appreciate it. Listen, we've got a lot to get through today. And if you are not familiar with how things work, just hang out and enjoy it. Drop us a text if you want, 57500.
This is some light calorie radio consumption right here.
It's light calories designed to be gentle on your system and introduce some needed fiber. Listen, but I will say this, though. If you're going to text us, please do it when you're stopped. Don't do it otherwise.
Don't manipulate your phone with.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because of a couple of stories we have in our three things today.
That's right. So let's.
Are you ready?
Corey is, because she's going to bail us out and make sure that we're ready. So we're going to kick things off, of course, as usual, with the three things. So let's do it.
Take it away.
Your top trending stories happening right now.
Well, you got to do the
KSL Brightside's The Three Things.
You got to do the.
I've got a ranking the first.
You do have a ranking.
Are you trying to gently guide my?
I am, because I want to make sure that we get the video part up, because that's a thing nowadays. You got to have the video.
You got to have the video, but
of the police stop that this woman went through. We'll get to that in our third thing.
Yeah, but listen to this. So, according to a recent study, and honestly, we've seen this coming. Utahns don't get very much respect when it comes to being drivers. In fact, there's only one, in a recent study, there's only one state that ranked worse than us, and that was North Dakota. That's right.
But
according to the numbers,
us,
this is, well, let me tell you what the data is, okay? The data is this. We have 23.8 accidents per 1,000 drivers. That is among the highest in the country. We have 2.7 DUIs per 1,000 drivers, significantly higher. And also, we have 9.4 speeding-related incidents per 1,000 people. And that makes us the second worst.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Does that just mean that we actually have the most efficient and just the best at being able to spot problems of anybody in the country highway patrol? We have the best highway patrol in the country who knows how to enforce, who knows how to find drunk drivers, who knows how to find the bad speeders.
So what you're saying is we're not bad drivers. We just have a super efficient law enforcement.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I think that's right. I think that's probably it.
Why can't the numbers bear something out like that?
Yeah. No, I think that's right. The problem is the rest of the states just need to get on track, need to have better police officers. I think this is a reflection not on our driving, but on the efficiency and the determination of law enforcement. I think that's actually
You know what?
correct.
That's the way I should read this, because here's the thing too. So they're just going off of those numbers, which is fine. But then there's the intuitive, like, I can't stand when a driver does this. And do we do that more than anybody else? Are we driving slower than other people on the left? Because you think about things that make people the most mad. Obviously, being crashed into will make you the most mad.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the habits that make you go, I can't stand this person in front of me. I can't stand this person that's driving. Is it driving slow in the left lane? Is it going to the HOV lane over the double wide line? What is it? What's the thing that makes you more mad about the person that's driving in front of you? The person that's driving
just their
around
existence.
Yeah.
Just their existence.
Do you
just
turn
the fact
into,
that
I've driven with you a lot, but I'm trying to remember if you turn into, you were a honker, by the way.
You saw me honk once.
Ethan is a honker now that I think about it.
You saw me honk once. That happened one time. And I'm never going to live that down.
You're a honker. And now the horn you need to use. The horn has to be used. I have not seen you use it one time.
Look, they've got to learn. They need to learn. They need to learn.
So I think that people do change their personalities when they get into the car. I think they become different animals. You have to decide what that animal is. Right. You have to decide if you're going to be an aggressive dirtbag animal, or if you're going to be the defensive driver, or if you're going to be the I'm at peace, I'm calm, I'm driving in the middle lane here, I don't need to go speed anywhere. Mm-hmm. What kind of driver are you? I want to know why it is that Utah still finds themselves on these lists, when the reality is that from a happiness standpoint, our state is one of the happiest states in the union. Our state always ranks pretty darn high on the happiness index with other states. So why is it that we are such bad drivers? Because if you're happy, you should be
not bad
driving around
drivers.
pretty chill.
We already decided this. We're not bad drivers. We just have great law enforcement.
We have
they just
aggressive
catch more
UHP.
infractions in other states.
Now I've sold
so
myself
they
on
assume that. So they assume that we're bad drivers, but that's not the case. So we, as far as I'm concerned, we've solved it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now next up, this was. Are we ready, Caitlin? Can we do this?
All right.
We have a video that we're going to put on the stream. All right, so I'll walk you through this, and if this video works and you can hear it, this is going to be great. But a woman named Kathleen Thomas was pulled over in Lake Worth Beach, Florida, and the police officer walked up to her and said, "You know why I pulled you over is because I saw you holding your cell phone in your right hand and manipulating it." Those were his words, which I don't know why he couldn't just say, "I saw you on your cell phone."
Yeah.
But he said the woman was manipulating it, and we're going to play. Let's see if we can play this here.
We've got
and
the
you can
video
hear.
up right here, Ethan, on our screen. So if you're streaming, you can see it. Now, you can see also the closed captioning. Again, this isn't great for the radio part of it, but I will tell you.
So do we not have audio?
The audio.
We do have
we do
audio.
have the audio. So
All right.
Okay,
Let's hear it.
I want to play the audio because this is what it sounded like when the officer approached her as he was accusing her of texting while driving.
Hey, good morning. I'm Deputy Gasala with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. This is why you're being pulled over. The city of Lake Worth today, we're doing an operation for distracted driver, and you drove past me holding the phone with your right hand, manipulating that phone. I mean, I saw you with the phone in your hand.
Not.
And at this point, she holds up her arm and shows him that she actually has no right hand.
Yes.
That she has no hand.
My right hand.
Well, I thought I saw you with your right hand. You
So
had a
you
hand
didn't.
out. The right hand. I saw you
So
manipulate.
you didn't.
With the right hand, perhaps not, right? But I saw you.
You didn't see me with my right hand.
Okay, so are you saying
that you saw me with
I
my
know
right
what
hand?
I just said. I know what I just said. I'm asking you now. Did you?
Oh, it gets better.
I did not.
You did not have your phone in your hand.
I did not.
Hand to God, you did not have.
You can't say hand to God to that lady. Come on.
This was amazing.
All right, pause it. Let's see. Because listen, so the video shows she comes up and he goes, "You were manipulating the phone with your right hand," and she immediately held up the hand.
Arm.
She holds up her arm where she does not have a right hand. And then she's like, "So my right hand?" He goes, "Yeah, I saw you with your right hand." Well, I mean, or another hand. And then he keeps going. And then he goes, "Okay, you promised me you were holding up your phone." And then he decided to use it, hand to God. Hand to God, you promise, you swear you didn't do it.
Alex, I know. Just because I'm a human being, I know that when that police officer was standing there and she held up her arm to show him that she actually had no right hand.
No right hand.
That in that moment, a voice inside of his head screamed, "Get out now!"
I know he did,
but he, for some reason,
but then his training
he stayed.
Then his training led him to, "Hey, you're not wrong. You need to keep going after this thing."
Anyway, he issues the ticket. She shows up to court, discovers that the Palm Beach, Florida Sheriff's Department has declined to prosecute.
Which was today. That was the thing that happened today.
So
she
she's
shows
off
up
the
at
hook.
court.
She's free and clear.
She shows up at court. This video, of course, has not just gotten attention. It's made the rounds to people like us, to weirdos like us who do a radio show where we're able to show the video and she holds it up. First of all, you guys know, law enforcement people are our friends. We tell you, we have cops on this program. We talk to police officers. We get their side of it. We just told you the reason we are quote unquote bad drivers in the state of Utah is because our UHP is so darn good at nabbing the bad guys. But this guy could not take the L. He could not just walk away and go.
He just needed
He could have easily gone.
Eject.
Yes, he could have easily gone. You have yourself a great day, ma'am. And if he would have accidentally said something about a right hand turn and then slapped himself in the face on it and just been like, "It's getting worse. I'm sorry. I'm bailing out. I'm out of here," we would have understood. But he could not take the L. Instead, he doubled down on. And why does cop talk have to be like that? And at that particular time, I saw you manipulating your cellular device in the right hand. And you're like, just talk like a human. I saw you holding your hand. I saw you holding your phone up in your right hand. I don't have a right hand. Young lady, you have a nice day. That's it. That's how it should have ended. Yep. And instead, of course,
he should have said, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I blew it. This is a bad day for me." Ethan.
Fine. I've got one last story.
It's not just one last story. It's actually the toughest story for me to have to go through today.
It is community in mourning today as Crown Burger Restaurant in Sandy caught fire and is closed now while they're having to do some cleaning and some renovation. But they had a fire up in the attic that was bad enough that now the Crown Burger at 96 South, and of course, it's already kind of just past lunchtime, so a lot of you found this out.
People pulled up. People are pulling up right now as we speak. This is actually part of our community effort here. if you're driving down State Street, you're going to want to avoid that area of Crab Burger if you try to go into the
I wonder
Crab
if
Burger.
we should have sent a breaking news text alert.
Don't try to go to the Crab Burger.
Maybe we should have done that because that's really disappointing
Well,
to roll up.
You brought that up, and the reason that it would obviously be even more awkward is because today is National Burger Day. Which is unfortunate for
That's so sad.
the folks at Crown Burger on 96 South and State Street or people who were driving there. I guarantee there were people who pulled up and they saw the tape around that Crown Burger and they went,
Maybe they're just resurfacing the sidewalk and I can still go in.
But today's the National Burger Day. Well, and then by the way, you do this thing in your head where you go, well, I had a Crown Burger in my head. Where's the next closest Crown Burger? And it's not necessarily going to be 2 blocks down, right?
No, that's the thing with Crown Burger is you can't just skip to the next one.
They're spread
not in your
to
lunch
the
hour, at
perfect
least.
area. Now, because it is National Burger Day, we're taking your text messages. We have 2 things going on here. We're asking 2 things on National Burger Day because I think that they are 2 different things. Best local chain, best local burger, best national burger. Best local burger, best national chain burger. Your go-tos of both of those because those are very separate things. The convenience factor of the big time national dogs, the big time National Hamburger folks.
Yeah.
That will almost always win out on a convenience factor, but it doesn't necessarily win out certainly on the price necessarily or on the convenience. And so give me your best national chain burger. Give me your best local burger. 57500. We'll go through those because I'm always on the lookout to try ones that I've never tried before. And so I'm open to anybody who wants to give me some inside information on a local burger we've never had before, or maybe a national burger chain turned their stuff around recently. 57500. And of course, Ethan, text. Hopefully, if you've got if you pull over and do it safely,
Please
you
do
can
stop,
text.
yeah.
So there you go. But make sure you hit us up with those texts. We love reading your texts. You're the smartest people that we know. You're the funniest people that we know. We have you interact with our program for a reason. It's because we love our listeners. 57500. Best local chain, best and then best national
best
burger.
local burger.
Best local burger, best national burger on National Burger Day. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. How much is it going to cost you? Or rather, how much do you have to be earning in 2026 to buy the average home in America? That number has changed, actually for the better, but we'll talk a little bit about it next and how it still might feel so far away if you're listening right now. If you're a millennial or somebody in that age group who's going, I thought I was going to buy a home one day. We'll tell you what it's going to cost you in 2026. Come right back to us. It's KSL Brightside.
Hey, it's Brian with Olson's Greenhouse. In today's busy world, your home should be your sanctuary, a peaceful retreat where you can unwind, breathe deeply, and recharge. And what better way to create that haven than with flowers? A pop of color in your flower beds, a cheerful container garden by the front door, or a lush patio filled with vibrant blooms can transform any space into a personal oasis. Flowers don't just brighten up your home, they lift your spirits too. Research even shows that surrounding yourself with plants can reduce stress and boost happiness. At Olson's Greenhouse, we grow premium quality plants that make it easy to bring beauty and joy into your life. Whether you prefer bold, eye-catching colors or soft, soothing pastels, we have the perfect flowers to complement your space. And with locally grown plants, you know they're ready to thrive. This spring, create a sanctuary of color and comfort with flowers from Olson's Greenhouse. Find us on Instagram at Olson's Greenhouse Gardens or go to OGG.com to find a retailer near you. That's OGG.com for Olson's Greenhouse Gardens.
Hi, it's Greg Skordas, and for years and years, I'd maintained the same weight until I hit 60, and then it started piling on. I don't know why. I could not get that weight to come off. So I contacted Soda, and I said, look, I need to lose between 20 and 30 pounds. They said, sign up, and so I did. There's no pills, there's no injections, it's just food. I have a nutritionist who helps me, and I told her, look, I can't even wear some of the suits I used to wear. Well, after the first week, I lost 8 pounds. After the second week, I'd lost over 10 pounds. I'm starting to be able to put some of my suits on. I'm starting to be able to put my belt on like I hadn't before. I'm back on the bicycle again. I'm getting outside again, and I'm doing the activities that I did when I was 40 years old. Having my wife join me was great because you can join now and your partner joins for free. That's right, 2 people for the price of 1. SodaDietNutrition.com. It's a great program. It's worked for me. It'll work for you. SOTA, as in state of the art. SodaDietNutrition.com. Soda Weight Loss. Join them for a short time to have results that last a lifetime.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Some of the most meaningful jewelry is the jewelry we never wear. It sits tucked away in a drawer. A ring from a grandmother, a pendant from years gone by, pieces filled with stories, but not part of your everyday life. Duke's Jewelers believes those pieces deserve more. For over 75 years, Duke's Jewelers has helped families reimagine heirloom jewelry, transforming what once was into something you'll love wearing today and pass down tomorrow. Whether it's resetting a stone, redesigning a ring, or creating something entirely new, Duke's Jewelers will guide you through every step, right there in the store. And if you have jewelry that no longer fits your story, Duke's Jewelers also buys gold, offering a simple, transparent way to turn it into something meaningful again. Bring in what you have and create something you'll never want to take off. Duke's Jewelers on Main Street in Springville, where your story continues.
If you've got a honey-do list with electrical, plumbing, heating, or air conditioning projects on it, Any Hour Services can help. Call Any Hour Services, electrical, plumbing, heating, and air. anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
We're back. Thanks so much for joining us. Alex, yesterday we covered a number of stories about bears having to be relocated because they'd wandered into, too close to people.
Your house? Yeah. No,
we got another one.
You're obsessed with these animals getting into regular.
I think they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
there was the moose yesterday. There was the bear. What else was there?
This is another bear. So this is in Park City, where Park City Dispatch received a report who said they saw a black bear climb a tree in a neighborhood near Prospector Park. The police showed up. Department of Natural Resources showed up. Took them a little while. They located the bear in a large, thick conifer tree. Mm-hmm. And then this is what they did. So first they tried to
tranquilize it.
No, they tried to haze it.
What do you mean?
They used drones to try and kind of haze the bear out of the tree, flying drones up around it, see if it'll leave. That didn't work.
I thought they were trying, you hazed him to try to get him to join a frat or something like that. Like what?
So they bring in Park City FD, Park City Fire Department.
Mm-hmm.
Park City Fire Department rolls up in its ladder truck. They get out on the end of the ladder, get a long pole, and they just start poking the bear.
Yeah. Start insulting his mom, that kind of stuff.
Literally poking the bear.
Try to really get it.
Thinking, look, can we get it to come out of the tree?
Yeah.
Did not work.
Nothing.
And so they just were like, all right. They left the ladder up. They just swapped places. The fire department came down. DWR went up and shot it with a tranquilizer.
Yeah.
And so, but it didn't fall out of the tree, which sometimes happens.
Yeah,
We've all seen
they
those,
have to wait
those
for
videos.
it, and they get like a big old, like a trampoline mat out there to try to catch them.
Yeah, it can be dangerous for the bear because they
fall pretty significant distance. Yeah,
they'll fall. They'll hit and they hit every branch on the way down.
Sure.
And
I've seen the cartoons, Ethan. You don't have to explain it to me.
Yogi, you remember Yogi? So what they did is they tranquilize it, passed out, and then firefighters go back up.
Right.
And they get a stretcher board.
Right.
And a tarp.
Right.
And then they basically strap this bear just like they would a giant person. So if, like, say a giant person was caught up in that tree, they do the same thing.
Did any other actual human distress calls come in to the fire department during all this?
Not
like,
now.
We're busy, all right?
Now.
Craig's got a stick up in the tree. He can't just come down. He's poking a bear real quick.
And so they brought him down the ladder. They did a quick physical exam, gave him an ear tag. It was a young male, gave him an ear tag. But this is what I thought was interesting.
I love the quick physical exam.
Well, that's what they did. I mean, I'm just reporting the news.
I know.
I'm just reporting the news.
Yeah, it looks good. No, his feet are nice. Yeah.
They put an ear tag on him, And this has caught my attention, though. They are still determining whether to relocate him into the wild.
What do you mean?
I don't know what they mean.
Is he at the firehouse right now? Did somebody really get attached to him overnight? They're still trying to figure out if they want to return him to the wild.
Can we keep him?
They're like, he could kind of be the station mascot, Mike, right? I mean, come on.
I mean, if we keep him mostly sedated.
He really liked we had chili night the other night. He loved it. He's like, geez. Yeah, the answer is yes, relocate him to the wild. Are they saying that the option is that he kind of has already been living in a semi... where they found him maybe was near Prospector Park was not necessarily, it was kind of on the edge, or I don't know.
I think they must, because when animals start to get really used to being around people, getting into the garbage, things like that, that's a different kind of situation, right, than a bear that kind of wandered into the neighborhood and really wants out.
Yeah, for sure. Ethan, I'm going to ask a personal...
That might be it.
I'm going to ask you a personal question, and then you can introduce the story here. How much was your first house that you and your wife bought?
I was in Midvale, so we bought a home in Midvale, right there near the city park. Great little neighborhood, loved it. And it was, I don't know, $200,000.
Yeah, okay.
Something like that.
We were somewhere in the upper 200s for the first house that we bought. The average house in the United States now, the average home price in the entire United States right now is about $408,000 a year, or $408,000. Okay, here in Salt Lake City, it's like $525,000, something like that.
We're not getting a good deal.
Something
here.
crazy, and in Utah in general, I think it's just around that $500,000 mark as well.
So let me roll out a little bit of information here for you. Assuming that you make a 15% down payment, and that your mortgage payment per month is no more than 30% of what you earn. You need, across the United States, to afford the average house in the United States.
With that number in mind.
You need to earn $116,780 a year.
Jeez.
Oh, you need over $100,000 of income in order to afford a home in the United States, an average home in the United States. That's assuming a 15% down payment, and your payment is not more than 30% of your.
Now,
of your
interestingly enough, the study actually shows that is a dip, a slight dip in the number that it was last year. So that's good news.
It peaked at 122,000. That was last year. It peaked there. It's fallen to 116,780.
Yeah, you should feel good about it.
Here's the problem, though. The interest rates are ticking back up again.
Yes, and on top of it, the home prices have also gone up.
Interest rates are ticking up, and that is one of the number one things that is going to put a home out of reach for families. And so,
how do you explain this to honestly, how do you explain it to your kids because my kids aren't even at the spot. Both of my kids started new jobs yesterday. I was very proud of them. Teenage boys.
Wonderful.
Starting their new gigs. Now, one of them's been working for a while, but the other one started his new gig at Pizza Hut, which he immediately was already like, as soon as I turn 16, I'm going to go try to find another job somewhere. I go, this is how it works.
Yeah, this is
you
how
know
it
where
works.
you go.
But was he so excited to get that job?
He was excited to get the call because of all of his of all the buddies who applied for a job there, he got it. And part of it was because he had his food handler's permit from when he worked at the movie theater last year. So they were like, "You're highly sought after.
Yeah,
you're a highly sought after candidate with your food handler's permit in the state of Utah."
Tell me about the employee deal. Does he get a meal?
I don't know.
A discount?
I don't know. But did we show up yesterday and buy Pizza Hut just to stare at him? The answer is yes.
What did he do?
He said he claimed he didn't see us, but I saw him back there, and I was like, he was doing a lot of training. He wasn't the one doing the pizza making, which I'm glad for because it's just his first day. I don't want to get a crappy pizza. I paid high dollar.
You didn't when they're making your pizza. You didn't go stop.
No,
not you.
Give me the hand to that kid. No, we didn't do it. But we're a proud family with the.
That's wonderful.
We're now, and I'm assuming he gets Pizza Hut benefits.
Look,
so Pizza Hut health benefits.
I don't know how to explain this to my kids. You asked how do you explain this to your kids?
Yeah, like
this is something
anyway.
That
Try to buy a home in 2035. Whenever you're going to be an adult, good luck.
We have to go to a news break, but this is something I have tried to kind of keep my kids up on is just how much things cost. But we can talk a little bit more about this when we come.
We can. When we return, we've also got some other things to jump into, including from a money standpoint. Speaking of money, dealing with student loan debt. That's right. I read a student loan article today that was so depressing. It was about the crippling anxiety of trying to still pay off your student loan. We'll come back and talk about that next right here. It's KSL Brightside.
It's 1:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. To look at our top stories this half hour. The Utah State Auditor's Office says it's been flooded with public requests for more transparency surrounding the state agency tied to the Box Elder County Data Center. That agency, known as MIDA, helps oversee major development project areas across Utah, including the data center project backed by businessman Kevin O'Leary.
There's so much information that is wrong and fake and false.
That's O'Leary speaking on Fox News. The Auditor's Office just launched a new online dashboard with project maps, financial records, meeting materials, and explanations of MIDA's powers, all in one searchable site. Union reps for U.S. mail carriers are speaking up about the importance of vote by mail. They're calling for the system to be protected after Utah lawmakers made big changes to it last year, which includes requiring people to opt in for mail-in ballots starting in 2029. Local voter advocates are also part of the court battle against President Trump, as he wants to only mail ballots to people whose names are on a nationwide voter roll. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. California is now suing the new owners of the now bankrupt company 23andMe for a previous data breach.
In California's new lawsuit, Attorney General Rob Bonta claims a 2023 data breach at 23andMe affected close to 7 million users, and the 23andMe failed to protect its customers' data, ignoring known vulnerabilities in its system. The lawsuit is against a holdings company that now owns 23andMe after 23andMe went bankrupt last year. Bonta saying
it was consumers' sensitive personal information and data related to consumers' health.
Bonta alleges a breach became publicly known when the data of 1 million consumers was offered on the dark web. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Your money at this moment, the Dow is starting to rebound. It's now up 12 points, up to 50,657. The S&P 500 is up 45. Still a great day for the NASDAQ, too. It's up 246 points, up more than 0.9%. Coming up, staying plenty warm today. Still warm tomorrow, though, but it's going to start the cool-down trend. It's going to be going into the weekend. We'll take a look at that next. KSL News Time coming up on 1:33.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
This year, Utahns are celebrating the 250th anniversary of our country, Utah style, because everything from Utah's red rock deserts to our snowy peaks are worth celebrating. It's our land, our communities. Join us in celebrating our country with Utah style. Join the statewide celebration. Get involved at america250.utah.gov. Brought to you by America First Credit Union.
Celebrate 250 years of freedom right here in Utah Valley. Utah County is proud to be a part of America's most exciting birthday yet. As our nation marks 250 years of independence, communities across Utah Valley are rolling out the red, white, and blue with festivals, concerts, parades, and fun for everyone. Whether you're a lifelong local or visiting for the first time, now's your chance to be part of history. Explore Utah Valley invites you to start planning today at utahvalley.com/America250. utahvalley.com/America250.
When you need a new water heater, you need it right now.
Yep, can't wait on that.
When you need a new furnace or a new air conditioner come the summertime, you need it right now. So Superior Water and Air has a wonderful program where they can help you with financing. If you need it, get it today and pay it off when you get your tax refund or just over time.
And that's one of the great things is they have multiple financing options. It's not just one, okay, you've got to do it this way. It's, you can wait till just after your tax refund. Well, what if you need no payments until later in the year?
Yeah.
They can work with you like that because look, they want to help you get you back on your feet with the thing that doesn't work that you got to use.
Yeah.
And they'll just work with your situation. What a great way to do it.
I loved introducing you to my friends at Superior because they're just great people. And when you invite somebody into your home, you want to feel good about them.
Yeah, and they're so customer centric. That was what really impressed me was they wanted to work with me and my family, whatever needs we might have.
Right. They want your home to be safe and clean. Superior Water and Air. Here's the number, 801-872-8483, or go to superiorwaterandair.com.
We're living through a monetary crime scene, and your IRA or 401k is a key victim. Hi, Dr. Ron Paul here. In 1971, gold was $35 an ounce. After the dollar was cut loose from it, inflation soared. And in just 9 years, gold hit $850. People who diversified into precious metals survived and thrived. Today, we're in a worse position because we face inflation and massive debt. Fortunately, gold is still an option. My trusted friends at Birch Gold Group can help you own gold inside your retirement account. Plus, you pay 0 penalties on the transfer. Start now by getting a free info kit on gold. Text the word SECURE to 989898. We're facing the same monetary chaos as the 70s with significantly more debt. Get your free info kit from Birch Gold. Just text SECURE to the number 989898.
Let's get a look at traffic and weather together, which is brought to you by UCCU. Receive 4% cash back on cruises at uccu.com. Here's Ricky Meese.
No delay, but crews still working to clear a crash in Murray. It's at the southbound I-15 exit ramp to I-215 South Belt. The south interchange, those vehicles are on the shoulder. And a crash reported at Redwood Road and 1500 South. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Look for a high of 87 degrees today in Salt Lake City with mostly sunny skies. See more clouds moving in tomorrow, though, with highs expected to drop down into the upper 70s by Saturday. We're going to have a very good chance of rain and a high of only 71 degrees. Right now it's 84 degrees and partly cloudy skies in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Alex, we've bit off more than we can chew with these burgers. We mentioned that today is, National Burger Day. Also, in a terrible, terrible irony.
Oh, boy.
The Crown Burger on 96 South and State Street caught fire and
it's
had
the
to close.
worst day to do it, not just for Crown Burger's sake and for the business being able to operate normally, but all those poor saps who drove up there and then had to do a U-turn.
Alex, we're a community in mourning, right?
I told you this is why I'm wearing black today, brother. I told you.
So we were asking people to text in, hey, what are your favorite spots? Have you got a favorite of the chains? Have you got a favorite of the local spots? And I don't know how to attack all of these, honestly. I know how we would attack the burgers one at a time.
I did love that you gave that. Excuse you. I did love that you said we bit off more than we could chew.
Yeah. Well, I'm all about the wordplay.
People across the valley whose eyes detached from their retinas from the eye roll that they had from the stupidity of that of your pun or whatever you want to call that today. But yes, you tell me.
Okay, so
tell me what people are saying.
Do you want me to just rattle these off?
Give me a couple here because
right.
I'm gonna have to figure out some of these for myself on the way home for science.
Big Ben at Burger Bar.
Excuse you?
Big Ben at Burger Bar.
Oh, Burger Bar is the one up in Roy. That's the classic. That's the one where that's Burger Bar's up Roy. Yes.
Lucky 13 in Salt Lake and Cook's Underground in Logan. This person says for a National Burger, Whopper. They like the Whopper. Whopper is a great burger. Burgatory at 31st in Redwood.
Burgatory.
I know, isn't that a cool name?
Poor David Berg. Unfortunate last name, by the way, for a guy on Burger Day, but he's also vegan. And
he sent his vegan. He sent his
vegan option, and
it's the Kein Fleisch burger.
Okay,
which I've never tried, but I've been willing to try.
All
I've had vegan food before with Dave.
Barry's and Spanish Fork. That's the one.
Cool.
But see, Barry's is funny because I know this neighborhood very well. Barry's is across the street from Glades, which is also like the burger stand right there. But I can see I've had burgers at both. I like both.
Bar Dub Grill in Nephi.
Oh yeah.
Crown Burger and Wendy's. So those are their favorite, local and national.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy's. I love the junior bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah.
The JBC.
The JBC is a classic one. Yeah. From a national standpoint, I think that the Wendy's single is like my favorite one. Okay. But I also like a Burger King.
You like the JBC?
I love the JBC.
Will you hit the east side with the JBC?
Yeah, of course I would. But also, what's funny is that I've always liked the Whopper, but how many Burger Kings have you seen go out of business here locally? A lot of them, right? I've seen them shutter, man.
Have you?
Oh, yeah. There's tons. They whoever owns all the...
Well, they've completely redone their marketing. Have you noticed that?
Yes. And they're like, you've spoken, and we decided to make the burgers better.
They toppled that king. They toppled him.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He was creepy.
He's gone.
All right, so you can keep those rolling in because it is National Burger Day. I had the Wagyu bacon cheeseburger at White Horse last night. Ooh, that's classy, by the way.
That is classy. I had a chance to go there once. There's one at the airport, too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a White Horse at the airport.
Yeah, I wonder if the burger there is any better.
At the airport?
Yeah, I just wonder if it's different. Because you know how everybody... Fuddruckers does not exist anymore. Does it? I swear there's not a Fuddruckers anymore. I always think of Idiocracy. When I think of Fuddruckers, too, you know where I'm going with that.
I know.
It's a family program. All right.
This is... all right, let me pivot back to the... content here. We were talking about the affordability of homes. This article says technically it's gradually improving, but it doesn't feel like it's improving.
No, I mean, essentially you're saying you need $120,000 to buy an average home in the United States. And I think there are a lot of people who are in their mid to late 20s and early 30s who are
they're disappointed at that
Sounds
number.
great. Thank you so much for telling me that. Now I'll never be able to buy a home.
So you said, how do you talk to your kids about going into a world like this? And
Yes.
I have two thoughts about that. Being amazed at how high home prices are in Salt Lake is actually not new. They've been going rapidly for some time, and we kind of repeatedly look at home prices and say, "Oh, wow, could this possibly go up any more? Could this possibly go up any more?" And then it does. It's easy to say, "Well, I don't know how people are going to afford homes," but in the end,
but
we do.
I was able to. Just like when my parents were like, I don't know how we're going to be able to have you guys afford homes, because I think we all know that. Listen, my parents did the same thing that like yours did, Ethan, which is like where they go, I'm buying this house. How much did you pay for it? $31,000.
Yes,
and then you're
that's
like,
correct.
What?
So when my parents bought their first home on Utopia Street in South Salt Lake, right down here,
Yeah.
and it was like that. It was like $40,000.
Yeah, for sure.
If you would have told them then that their oldest child would pay $200,000 for their first home,
right,
they would have said, "No way,
Right.
There's no way. I don't know how this is going to happen."
And you're already thinking,
work it out,
and you're already thinking that $200,000, I would beg for my kids to be able to only have to pay $200,000 for a house now. Yeah.
So, but looking at that, I'll tell you also what I've been doing with my kids, because I was never really, I've struggled to get good with money. But was not something that I learned early on. Made a lot of early mistakes, and I've had to be deliberate about getting better at
I'm going to be honest, my wife fixed my credit when we got married. Back to you.
No, that's, that's why you marry up.
I know.
There, Alex.
That's what I'm saying.
You and I walked into it all with the same plan. And
marry somebody that's smarter than me and can figure it out better than I could.
That's exactly right.
Well, because the weirdos that showed up at the first day at BYU at the Wilkinson Center with their table out and free pizza.
Free mini pizza.
Oh, you're going to love this Discover card. You know what interest rate is? Nope, but I know I'm interested in this pizza if you're talking about interest. Come on, man.
So I'll tell you what I've been doing with my kids is I've been showing them how much things cost, like constantly.
Yeah.
Here's how much I paid for your cell phone this month. Here's how much I paid for,
Right.
Here's how much I paid for the internet. Here's how much I paid for these burgers.
Does the sticker shock ever get to them? Does it ever make an impact?
If it's more than $10, they don't know what to do.
They're like, yikes.
And I tell them the same thing. I say, hey, look, just if you want these things in your life as an adult, have a plan. You've got to have a plan for it. And I think that has introduced a little bit of seriousness in the way that they think about things. Some families and some experts advocate more transparency, more financial transparency than that with their kids. But I can't cross that bridge. I'm not comfortable talking in a ton of detail about my own personal finances with my children, even though they rely on my personal finances and probably will for some time. But I've been doing that, trying to show them, hey, this is how much things cost. You need to have a plan. Do your kids pester you to know how much you earn?
Not about necessarily how they'll ask the kid question, which is how much money do you have in the bank, right? And I'm always like, it's the weirdest question ever.
Just
how much money do you and mom have? They'll always say that kind of stuff, and I realized the reason they ask it. It's not because they want to be like, because I had the kids asking one time, like, are we poor? Are we rich? Are we? And they just want to know where they stand.
Yeah.
In the rest of society. And when I say stand in the rest of society, it's not even about that. When they go, how much money do you and mom have? They're saying, are we okay? Like, are we going to be, am I going to be able to like still be alive and like have these things? Like, are we going to be able to do stuff?
Yeah.
They're not doing it to be like, well, I finally figured out how much my mom and dad make. You guys want to know what it is? And everybody put up on the poster board how much your moms and dads make, so we can have a ranking here. It's like almost just a, it's like going up to your kids and saying, your mom and I love each other very much, and we're not leaving each other. And then it's a sigh of relief. And then I would just say, hey, look, it's enough. We have more than enough to be able to do the stuff that we want to do. And there you go.
All right, we've got a few other burgers coming in. Cotton Bottom, local classic.
Yeah, that garlic burger's intense.
Man. I actually have never had it.
Listen,
I can't
even
afford it now. I should have gotten it in the 90s.
I should have gotten it in the 90s. You know what the dumbest thing was? So when we lived in Salt Lake, I would ride my bike down 23rd East. I think and 23rd, I think goes all the way. It becomes like, or maybe 20th becomes Murray Holiday Road, and then it goes all the way down there, all the way down there, yeah. Cotton Bottom, and then you can kind of cut into the freeway there, and you can still go on toward Big Cottonwood Canyon.
Yeah,
that was back when I was ambitious and wasn't so fat. And I remember one time I'm on a bike ride, I stop and I get a garlic burger on my bike ride.
And then did you call for a ride home?
I definitely did not make the full ride home. I was like, hey, honey. So what happened? And I didn't tell her. I didn't have the guts to tell her I bought a half-pound burger.
Did you tell her you crashed your bike?
I didn't tell her I had the guts to spend. She got this call from me all the time where I'm like, I can't. Sometimes it was a flat tire. Sometimes it was just like, I don't want to make the trip home. And then I didn't have the guts to tell her this time was because I ate a half-pound garlic burger.
Although, she knew as soon as you got in the car. I think
she smelled it as soon as I got in the car for sure. Somebody says, where can I find a Whataburger? That's a Texan thing. Yeah, that's a Texan thing.
Oscar's in Springdale.
We do. What I want to do with this practice is just tell people, Ethan, we do burgers as good or better than anybody else out there. The JCW's burger for me is as good as it gets anywhere that I can eat a burger.
So Utah is a burger state. And this is why when I see these burger chains coming in and everyone gets so excited, I think, what could they possibly add?
It's just different.
What could they possibly have?
It's not that they add something that's so much better. It's different. And so, like, In-N-Out has its own thing. I'm surprised we haven't seen any In-N-Out votes, by the way. I think the double-double at In-N-Out is as good as it gets from, like, a straightforward, just a fresh burger situation. But
the Brigham Burger at Burley Burger.
Somebody's like, there's this place called White Castle in Las Vegas. I'm like, yeah, out east, White Castle's huge. And I'm not a big White Castle guy, too, because those are soggy sliders.
This is what this is a real text.
Yeah.
White Castle Restaurant in Las Vegas.
I know. I told
amazing, fresh, and not frozen burger.
Yeah, and that's kind of their thing. But again, they've been around for a long time.
I've only had White Castle once.
I think they started out in Chicago, out there. Okay, we'll take a break here. We'll come back when we return. As it is National Burger Day, and this is around the time that people like to eat during the day anyway, we're thinking a lot about those things. And also, our thoughts and prayers are with the people at the 96 South and State Street Crown Burger.
No injuries, but they're down for a little bit.
No. There's some significant injuries to the community.
Well, there's some emotional injuries.
We've all been hit hard with this
there's
one.
Some lunch plans injuries.
Okay, we'll come back and we'll talk about young people and their wealth and how the future is going to look when it comes to jobs and when it comes to being that higher wealth or looking for that higher wealth job. Stay right here with us. More to go. It is KSL Brightside.
Hey folks, Jay Broadbent here from Alpine Home Medical. I've been helping folks breathe easier for 29 years now. Trust me, at my age, I know a thing or two about needing a good night's sleep. Is your CPAP mask old and nasty? Are your masks, filters, or tubing from the pre-COVID era? Or just plain tired of the hassle of ordering supplies yourself? Switch to our resupply program. We handle everything, automatic shipment straight to your door, insurance billing, and expert support. It's quick, easy, and keeps your sleep therapy on track. Doesn't matter where you got your machine from, anyone can join. Head to alpinehomemedical.com, click on the Easy Resupply button. That's alpinehomemedical.com.
Alpine Home Medical, we bring wellness home.
Sign up for KSL Text Alerts. Get breaking news and traffic updates by texting the word news to 57500. Want access to exclusive contests? Text contest to 57500. Jazz fans, text the word jazz for breaking jazz updates. And Cougar fans, text BYU to 57500 for the latest on the Cougars. Message and data rates may apply.
Join the movie show crew at Advanced Window Products in Salt Lake City. This Friday, May 29th from 10 to 1, get $2,500 off 10 or more windows at the Summer Window Upgrade event.
My friend Joey means well.
Always remember that the early bird gathers no moss.
But he gets a little confused.
You know, you can't make a silk purse out of a wooden nickel.
Like Joey, many of us can be confused when it comes time to plan for retirement. When to take Social Security, how to use that 401k, what about the stock market, taxes, and Medicare? Todd Kim at Galileo Wealth Management can help to simplify retirement planning. His goal is to have you walk into retirement with confidence, not worry, and to address the number one concern among retirees today, the fear of running out of money. Call Galileo Wealth today for a no-cost, no-obligation meeting to talk about the details of your retirement. 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online, GalileoWealth.com. And remember,
one man's trash is thicker than water. Of course, water's not thick at all. It's watery.
If your water heater's over 10 to 15 years old, congratulations. You've beat the average. What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Wilson with Any Hour Services, and I love hearing stories of people having water heaters that are really old and they're still doing their job. Unfortunately, most of us won't be that lucky. And when water heaters fail, it's usually in spectacularly inconvenient fashion. Whether it's an unexpected cold shower when we're already running late for work, or worse yet, coming home to a flooded basement, it's never fun. If you'd like to look into replacing your water heater before it fails, Any Hour Services is having a sale for any homeowners listening. Whether you're looking for a new tanked water heater or you want to see what upgrading to a tankless would cost, the plumbers at Any Hour Services can show you what options are available. And right now, you can save $400 on a tanked water heater or $1,200 on a tankless. If you think you might be interested, call Any Hour Services today and schedule your free estimate. 801-443-7400. You can Google Any Hour Services. You can even schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right, I got a couple more burgers for Burger Day. Iceberg with a peanut butter chocolate chip shake. Oh, that sounds awesome. Iceberg all day long. High Mountain Drug in Camas, burger and fries. I've been there. That's legit. High Mountain's legit, yeah. It's very, very good.
So High Mountain Drug, so it's just a pharmacy that also sells food that'll kill you? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, they sell you the poison and the cure all in the same.
That's good.
All at the same counter.
That's a great. The hole in the wall places that you're not expecting. Like if you were not expecting that you were going to get a burger from a pharmacy, like actually that's pretty cool. Like I would love to go to a place. Like
Slackers in this is from Sheldon. Slackers in Torrey and Roots 89 in Spring City.
Nice.
So we're getting a number.
Everybody's
of really
got their. Everybody's got their places, man, and a lot of times it has to do with like where you grew up and where you are. And
so
I'm not the kind of I don't like the thick burger to where it's pink in the middle.
I do. I like.
I'm more along those. I'm more along the lines of the kind of newer smash burger type trend. Where it's like it's flattened, it's kind of crispy, it's got kind of some crispiness to it.
Yeah.
And so sue me, it's cooked all the way through.
Yeah. I like a good medium burger. I don't mind that at all. I like it. That's how I ask for it if I'm offered.
Yeah, I think the FDA
can get out of my business.
Would poo-poo that. Yeah. No, they can.
They can call me. They can call me. I'm sure they get call. Everyone's got KSL number. Tell them to call KSL and they'll put them through to me.
Okay.
So, Alex, I want to share some information with you.
Yes.
Apparently, if you're willing to jump ship from your employer, you can get paid more. In fact, on average, if you stay at your employer, you're going to see about a 5% increase in pay annually in 2020, or pardon me, currently. If you jump ship, you're going to get an 8% bump. Now, this is a significant increase if you jump ship. But it's not as big as it was during the quote-unquote Great Resignation in 2022. At that time, if you stayed, you would have gotten a 7% increase, and leaving got you an 18% increase.
Wow.
Which is a meaningful jump.
Which is what led to the – I don't remember there being a Great Resignation in 2022. Do you remember it being that big of an impact? I guess it's because I stayed at my job and then didn't get that 7% increase you were talking about.
So you're talking about me too. I am
unaware of this.
I'm extremely difficult to uproot from a job.
Right. I am too.
I stay. Mm-hmm. When I'm employed somewhere, I stay. I mean, look, I'm back here at KSL.
Yeah, or they bring you back, yes.
Yeah, and so I'm not I've never been comfortable with moving around to different employers. I get to a job, and I always end up liking the job. I love the people I'm with, and I'm like, why would I ever leave this place? And I can't imagine leaving. I don't like to think about it, and I never do. Some people do it all the time. They're like, I'm out. You know,
I know people that are just like that. They do this, and it makes me nuts because they are always on the lookout for a new job, and they'll immediately leave and go to the next thing. And I'm always going, I almost want to like put a disclaimer up that you keep moving jobs, like, and obviously your boss would be like, so you were there for 6.5 months. What happened there? I just found a new job here.
You're all jerks.
Yeah. Everybody
didn't get me.
Everybody was the worst. The boss was terrible. But anyway, I'm a great worker. Hire me.
We got this text.
I'm worth it.
This person texted, and when I see people who change jobs once a year, I won't even bring them in for an interview.
That's the thing is like, I think that there is probably something to that, but you know, it's just like
there are some careers though where a lot of turnover really is natural. In the digital world, tons. It's not uncommon to see people who are
working for 4 different tech companies
not at the same time, but
they
move around. They'll move around a lot based on projects, based on opportunities, because in the digital world, things can get set up and closed down so fast that you kind of have to be nimble, especially if you're working for small businesses.
Right.
That suddenly one day you come to work and they're like, look, this isn't really working out. It's not your fault, right? You've been doing your work. So there's some areas, I think tech is a place where you see a lot of turnover, and it's not because you're a bad employee. Another place is sales. Really good people who are really good in sales are often looking for the next thing. Who's going to give me a higher commission? Who's going to give me, the better deal? I'm good at this. And so you're kind of always chasing.
And if somebody's working for a competitor and they were only there for 6 months, you still take them if you're a business and you go, I'm going to take this person on over here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have this thing. I want them to work for us because then we can kind of get a little bit of insider info on that whole group. But the interesting thing is that they were
corporate espionage.
But that's what they were. Yeah. Oh, it's a thing. It's absolutely a thing. But there's also this part of it that, and what was interesting about this article about just people being disinterested or going from one job to the next. And it's not even that they're disinterested. It's that they just go, hey, look, I will get a raise if I go to a new job. I won't necessarily get that raise at all if I stay at this job.
Yeah, employers don't always do a good job of appreciating who's in the boat. And sometimes, and I think it's frustrating for employees. And I think people are right to be frustrated that the only way you can get a meaningful raise out of your employer is by threatening to leave.
Yeah.
That is frustrating.
That is hard. It's hard to find your worth somewhere else. And then when you tell your job that you found your worth somewhere else, and then they go, well, we might be able to throw something your way. And at that point, you kind of are like, well, it's a little bit too little too late here because they actually like pursued me. They wanted me. Yeah. They want me. I don't feel wanted by these people here and by you people here. And so then I make the decision to leave because that's the way it kind of goes down.
Yeah.
To me, it makes sense. There was something that was brought up in the same vein today that I was chatting with Caitlin about. And I go, have you ever heard about this polyworking situation? And she's like, what do you mean? I start going through and they're like, yeah, more people more millennials are turning to polywork. And I was like,
the heck is that?
Dentures, like polydent? Is like, what are we talking about?
Like they're working for multiple boyfriends?
That's nice. I was like, why do we have to use the word poly? And all it was a stupid, not even very creative way, but just a very different way to say that people work second jobs.
Oh.
Side hustles. So, Ethan, you're a poly worker.
No.
I refuse. I reject that.
I reject that right now.
All it was saying was basically a side hustle is you polyworking, and I thought, we've been doing that. This is not something that millennials are so weird. They're polyworkers.
I'm not a polyworker. I am a fully committed, dedicated employee. Just to
two places.
Two different companies. I'm fully committed.
Well, that's the thing is like I'm fully committed to both places. Right now, are you?
Yeah.
Right now, you can't do both at one time.
Both.
It's a physics problem.
No.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. The next hour of KSL Brightside continues. Keep giving us your burgers on National Burger Day. See you right here on KSL News Radio.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small with a look at our top stories this hour. Westminster University is getting a D for financial health. Forbes' annual financial grades for private universities found that it's near the bottom of the list of 900 private universities across the country. Forbes says many of the universities are struggling with less high school graduates and international students, as well as less people choosing to pay for a private school education. However, a spokesperson for Westminster says their fundraising remains strong and their enrollment numbers have been consistent. Harvard Business School graduates heard from former Utah Senator Mitt Romney yesterday ahead of their commencement ceremony this morning.
Now, my success in business and later in politics was in large measure due to the qualities of the people around me.
Romney highlighted the importance of who you choose to surround yourself with now and later in life. He also urged graduates to prioritize friends and family over their careers, saying the true measure of wealth is the people you love. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The Supreme Court has thrown out the conviction of a black death row inmate in Mississippi who claims the makeup of the jury was racially biased.
By a 5-4 vote, the Supreme Court Thursday sided with Terry Pitchford, sentenced to death for the killing of a grocery store owner. He was 18 at the time. Though his friend fired the fatal shots, he was under 18 and ineligible for the death penalty. There was one black juror in a trial with similarities to that of another black man on Mississippi's death row, whose conviction the High Court overturned 7 years ago. Doug Evans, a now retired prosecutor with a history of dismissing black jurors for discriminatory reasons, had excused 4 other black people.
That's ABC's Chuck Severson reporting. Your money at this moment, the Dow is still up 25 points. The S&P 500's up 43. NASDAQ is still doing really well at up 242 points. Cost of oil is still sitting just under $90 a barrel. Coming up, still got plenty of hot weather today, but there is a little bit of a cool down coming. Take a look at the forecast next. KSL News Time 2:02.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-979-3535. That's 800-979-3535. 800-979-3535.
Welcome to J&J Nursery, Utah's largest producing nursery. That means they grow more, so you get the best selection, freshest plants, and unbeatable quality, straight from their nursery to your home. They're open year-round, offering everything from stunning outdoor plants to lush indoor greenery, unique home decor and gifts, and all the nursery and garden supplies you need to grow something amazing. J&J Garden Center in Layton. Just take the Layton Parkway exit to Main Street and head west on Gentile.
Man, one of my favorite things to do is when people say, does soda really work? Come on. And I say, yes, absolutely it does. I got to eat real food and I had real success.
The structure is what helped me so much. We used to call it soda weight loss, but it's more than just weight loss. Yeah. So now it's sodadietandnutrition.com. That's SOTA for state of the art.
And it's state of the art because you work with a nutritionist. They tailor the plan to your exact needs and your exact schedule so that it can work for you. It's not just a one-size-fits-all thing.
The simplest things that bring me joy now. I can tuck in a shirt. For years, I just would, everything always had to be loose and because I felt heavy all the time. But now I can tuck in a shirt.
Remember having to suck in the belly for every picture? It was so nice not to have to do that anymore.
And you know, summer bodies are created right now. So go online to sodadietandnutrition.com.
So join us for a short time to have results that last a lifetime because Amanda, soda is Say it with me.
State of the art.
Ready for your next vehicle? At Performance Automotive in Bountiful, your new Ford, Toyota, or Honda is here. Built for Utah communities, canyon weekends, and everything in between. Choose capability with Ford, long-lasting reliability with Toyota, or smooth efficiency with Honda. Backed by friendly experts and financing options that fit your budget. Visit Performance Ford, Performance Toyota, and Performance Honda for your test drive. Browse inventory, check pricing, and schedule your visit at performancebountiful.com. Performance Automotive in Bountiful. Driven to be the best.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Improve cash flow with a home equity line of credit. Here's Ricky Meese.
Back to a crash-free drive on your Valley freeways, delay-free as well. We do have one accident to tell you about. It's in Taylorsville. This is southbound Bankerter Highway 4700 South, out of traffic on the shoulder, so no delay. The Good Feet store, supporting you with comfort no matter what the day brings. Find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Expect a high of 87 degrees today with mostly sunny skies until we get to this evening. Overnight lows in the upper 50s. Tomorrow, a high expected to 77 degrees and then down to 71 Saturday with about a 60% chance of rain in Salt Lake City. Right now, it's 84 degrees and partly cloudy skies. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Now we've got houses, kids, responsibilities.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, we're all grown up. We have pre-diabetes, lower back pain.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. Thanks so much for tuning in to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. We sure do appreciate you. And by the way, we actually start this show at noon, but we do it on YouTube. So make sure you join us there. If you're just hanging out at your desk, not doing anything, jump on. And we always have a really, really fun crowd. And of course, we tore apart this burger subject. National Burger Day. You can only imagine how it went that first hour streaming online.
There was a lot more drooling going on during that.
It took over the whole show. So
well, but we're also we're just hitting people up because it's National Burger Day. And one of the bigger local stories today is that the Crown Burger on 96 South and State Street
caught fire.
It's not serving burgers today on National Burger
closed.
Day.
Can you believe that? That happened on National Burger Day.
So mad about it.
Just absolutely crazy. All right, Alex, let's talk about what happened in Provo. A very, very, very sad story. A Provo teenager is in the hospital right now doing his best to recover
I did see this.
from life-threatening injuries. He's in a medically induced coma. He's at Primary Children's Hospital. He is 16. He just turns. In fact, he spent his 16th birthday up at the hospital in medically induced coma. He was couch surfing, which is
it's a term that you and I used very differently back when we were kids. Yes,
that's right. Couch surfing was
just sitting around and not doing anything,
and doing
watching
that just
TV.
on different couches.
Yeah.
But what happens is they'll take a couch and they'll put it behind a car, and then they'll drive it around. And so this is actually really caught on here in Utah. And they'll do this at church parking lots, which is usually the most accessible parking lot in any given neighborhood, around. And his friends had been doing this apparently for a couple of weeks, mimicking this trend on TikTok. But this young man told his mom for a week, "Hey, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's too dangerous." And then he finally gave in. His mom points out that he finally changed his mind. So all his friends were doing it. None of them got hurt. So he decided, well, I'm going to try it too. And then he was in the worst accident, fractured skull, traumatic brain injury, spinal fractures, broken ribs, facial fractures, and other severe wounds.
And he's in a medically induced coma right now.
It is. Yeah. It is really, really bad.
Here's the thing. There are trends that happen like on their face. I can't tell you how many things when I was a kid, that your friends tell you, hey, do this thing. And then you tell your parents it's not that big of a deal. And now I have to hear the same thing from my kids, like, oh my gosh, it's not that big of a deal. Or they say the thing where they go, I'm not doing it. Well, no, my friends are doing it, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Ethan, in a month, we're going to be talking about not lighting off fireworks in your hands, right? That's where we're going to be in the next month and talking about that.
I hate those videos.
And I hate the idea of, people lighting off fireworks and then waiting until the last second to throw it, or whatever.
Every July on social media, we get those fireworks.
Yes,
of guys.
and so the TikTok trends, may I remind you, of the most dangerous ones that have happened over. Do you remember back in 2017, people were eating Tide Pods? Do you remember to the point where Tide had to basically, they had to change their entire packaging just so you wouldn't eat laundry detergent? There were also trends that health workers saw back in 2023 of people eating borax, which is a powdered laundry detergent, because somebody had started some sort of a thought of it combating arthritis, lupus, and other health issues. Like, these are the things that happen. You have it's not just being misinformed. It wasn't just people being misinformed. It was them being told that it was actually going to benefit you, right? To do X, Y, and Z.
We fall for weird things.
We
online.
do, and I think that because it's a TikTok trend, they go, let me try it. So the couch surfing thing. Pulling a couch with a motorized vehicle, I can already picture in my head what it's going to do. I can already picture it tumbling. I can already picture it throwing your kid. I can already picture telling my kids, don't do this. Oh my gosh, it happened to one kid. Do you know how many times I've had to tell my kid, there was one time he got a speeding ticket pretty early on in his license life. And I told him, I said, do you understand that going fast in a neighborhood like this, you could kill somebody? And it's like, oh boy, yeah, here's what I love hearing this story. Tell me again how you know somebody who killed somebody. And I'm like, it's not about because he does it like, yeah, you're going to threaten me with this story about how somebody got killed. And I'm like, no. It's not someone. It's someone that we know was 17 years old and killed a 65-year-old woman.
Yep.
Driving through their neighborhood. A 17-year-old killed a 65-year-old woman in their neighborhood who they didn't see walking at night because guess what? Their speed was you were going way too fast through the neighborhood. And you don't think I realize as I'm telling that story I sound like the old guy?
But you have to.
You don't think I realize it when I tell my kids, don't freaking do you remember this one? Don't put NyQuil on your chicken and then cook it. That was a thing.
Chicken?
Yes. People were doing it. Oh,
gosh, honestly, I've never been I've avoided TikTok this entire time. I've never been so glad.
When I was in high school, people were doing the thing where they would go to grocery stores. I worked at a grocery store, and I had to tell people to not do it. They would go to the grocery store, they'd go over to the whipped cream section, and they would do what they call the whippets, right? Where they were basically sucking the nitrous oxide out of the cans of whipped cream that were on the shelf. Mm-hmm. They were doing this, and I had to be the guy who's like, hey, quit it. You know what I mean? And they're like, I know, you go to my school. Yeah, don't suck on the whipped cream canisters at our grocery store, please.
And then they put them back?
And then they put them back, yes. It's just, it's just tanning trends, the blackout challenges.
The tanning is dangerous.
Okay, do you remember the blackout challenge where they put somebody in a headlock, they knock them out, they black them out, and then they go, anyway, and then they wake up super quick. It's super weird. But people die from that stuff.
I remember that was a thing when I was in elementary school. Kids were doing
oh my gosh, NyQuil chicken. It came up. Look, NyQuil chicken just came up. And they called it sleepy chicken, Ethan. How dumb are we?
Sleepy chicken?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Recipes going viral of kids marinating chicken in NyQuil or putting it in a pan and then pouring the green NyQuil over it. And they called it freaking sleepy chicken, man.
We got this text here at 57500. I worked for a hand surgeon for 14 years. Every 4th of July, some guy / boy blew their hand or fingers off.
Well, I would say how dare you with the gender assignment on that story, but I know where it comes from.
I don't think we need to apologize for assuming that those are dudes.
I had this conversation with Caitlin, our producer, this week. When guys get together, what happens? The IQ lowers. More guys you add to this group, the more guys you add to the group,
now
lower the
4th
IQ
of July. Introduce 4th of July.
Introduce holidays, and I would say introducing TikTok and or social media in general.
Yeah.
And you start making really dumb decisions.
And I know, Alex, I agree with you. We end up sounding like old men. We are old men.
I know.
But here's the thing that
I get worried about it. There's parents right now who are sick about the fact that their 16-year-old is clinging to life in a medically induced coma because of a stupid TikTok challenge. And I say stupid because that's what it is.
One of the things that age bestows on you is an understanding of how quickly things can change, and an understanding of things like regret and anxiety and consequences. And I tell my boys this all the time. I've got 2 boys that are drivers, and they're good drivers. At least they are around me. And I think they are genuinely, and I think they are cautious, and I fill their heads. I tell them, look, that cyclist, that motorcyclist, I bring it up all the time. Look, it only takes a second and you've killed that guy. And you're going to spend the rest of your life wishing you could go back in time to 1 second before you did that.
Yep.
And you'll wish you were the one that died is how it comes out.
There will be some of that.
And and I mean, does it work? I don't know. I'm doing it.
I'm saying it to them.
Yeah.
Either way, the amount of eye rolls I get from my kids, and I just tell them, I go, don't just dismiss what we're telling you right now. Do not just dismiss it. There's one thing about you getting a speeding ticket for excessive amounts of speed that I had to pay for, and because your insurance rates went up immediately or whatever. But the reality is that those things are nothing compared to the fact that you could ruin your freaking life.
Yeah.
You could ruin your life. Or you could get hit, or you could get hurt. Or what if you're going along and one of your friends is doing the couch surfing challenge and he gets on the couch and he hits his head and he dies?
And it was you behind the wheel.
And it was you behind the wheel, or it was you who was just on it right before him, and it could have been
Or you encouraged him,
Yes.
or you're the one who set the ropes.
Or you're the one who was filming it, or whatever.
Yeah.
So allow us to be the old guys in the moment and just say, don't do stupid stuff, kids. And you know what?
So
allow me to also.
It's so real.
Okay.
It is so real.
Allow me to also take the moment, too, because, Ethan, I think you were a little bit less like this when you were younger, but I apologize to my mom all the time. And when my dad was still with us, all the time, I go, that was so stupid. I shouldn't have done that. I wish I would have listened to you guys a little bit more. Because there were moments where I go, I'm fine. I know better. And unfortunately, it is the only thing that can give you this knowledge sometimes is just the age part. But you hope that you don't make dumb enough decisions to get to that point where you can actually get to that age.
Well, our thoughts go out to that young man up at Primary Children's Hospital and to his parents. I could only imagine the hardship this is on that family, and it just it is a nightmare. And I really hope it works out. And it just underscores to all of us how quickly things can turn. A fraction of a second.
Embarrass yourself. Put yourself on that thing. By the way, there's nothing I can do. I can't get embarrassed with my kids. With my kids or their friends. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care what I look like in front of them. I don't care what I'm saying. If I'm going to be the mean parent and I say it, they're like, you were so. I can't believe how ridiculous you're being right in front of my friends. I go, I don't care. I don't care. It has to be said. So parents, you need to not care about what your kids think and just say it and go, I require that you do not do this stupidity.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take the break. We'll come back. When we return, we've got some things to jump into here. How about how AI is affecting your next job interview? The fact of the matter is you might be interviewing with a bot. You might be interviewing with something that's fake. We'll come back and talk about that next right here. It is KSL Brightside.
Hi, this is Doug Wright. Dee and I had the chance at Hale Center Theater to see the opening night of not only My Fair Lady, but Harmony. Two great presentations right now on two amazing stages. I want to talk about My Fair Lady first. I've had the chance to enjoy My Fair Lady, the West End in London and New York on Broadway, and of course the iconic movie. But I have to tell you, I don't think I have ever enjoyed My Fair Lady more than watching it on the stage at Hale Center Theater. Spectacular staging, gifted performances, great music, the voices, incredible, and the costuming. You're going to love My Fair Lady. It's on now at Hale Center Theater. Then there's Harmony, the story of a 6-man German choral comedy group who gained great fame in the late 20s and early 30s, only to be undone by the Nazis. This is a powerful performance. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now. Harmony and My Fair Lady at Hale Center Theater, hct.org for your tickets.
Amanda, every business needs IT help. And sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff, but sometimes you don't. Or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure. So both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
Serenity now! Serenity now!
Are you okay?
Okay. Gas is up. Groceries are up. Everything up, up, up.
Not at Strong Volkswagen.
Strong Volkswagen.
Yeah, purchase any vehicle with a dime. One dime down.
What is the deal with dimes?
One dime down. Plus, oil changes at just $59.95 at Strong Volkswagen.
Just $59.95?
Or lease a new 2026 Jetta S. Just $235 a month. $235.
Fun fact, new Jetta get up to 42 mpg.
Even new all-wheel drive Atlas. Just $432 a month. $432.
And you get a lifetime warranty. Lifetime. But my own mother won't loan me money.
You're not getting the money! It's okay. If you got a job and a dime, you ride, mister.
This is great. I'm back, baby, during Volkswagen Driver Days.
At Strong Volkswagen. For over 70 years, Strong Volkswagen.
Located downtown.
StrongVW.com.
StrongVW.com.
For details, call 801-596-2200. Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Liberty Mutual customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
Getting help with plumbing repairs is easier than you think. All you have to do is call Any Hour Services or schedule an appointment at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And companies are fighting fire with fire across the country because of how many people are using AI to generate and send job applications on job boards that are easy to apply for jobs. So companies are getting just completely inundated with AI generated and sent applications. So now some are striking back by using AI to screen those, do initial screening. So if you are expecting a phone call or text messages to do an initial screening call for employment, there is a chance that your initial interview will be conducted by AI who walks you through just a series of questions to screen you initially. Companies are saying this is the only way that we're able to keep up with just the sheer number of applications.
I can see that, but could you also see too? I made it to the second round of actual human interviews. Wouldn't that be nice? You talk to your parents. Because remember how back in the day it was like, hey, did you get that did you get that job interview? Yeah, but I just made it to the computer interview. I only made it to the robot interview.
I didn't see a real person.
I didn't get past the real people yet.
Now,
and look, I get it because guess what? The reality is I would much rather have, here's the thing. I would much rather have a straightforward black and white kind of interview with a robot. With an AI. That's making me sound so old. I'm going to have the interview with the robot, with the AI.
With the AI robot?
My grandson didn't get that job. It's because he interviewed with the robot. Right? And I feel like that's going to be
robots discriminate against
humans.
humans.
He's never done well with the robots. He's the same way in school. And I think that's going to happen. But I will say that this will be the excuse my kids give me, though, too. Like, me. I freaking had the robot interview me.
How am I going to pass that?
You know that if a human was talking to me, I'd get this job. You know
They
that.
would love me. So Amanda Augustine, who's a career coach at Career Minds, she told the Associated Press that even if it is an AI screener
Yes.
conducting this first interview with you, the rules are the same, the expectations are the same.
Wear some pants to the interview. Yes.
Ahead of the interview, review the job description, research the organization, and understand what they're looking for. She said the more prepared you are, the easier it will be to tailor your responses, even when you're interacting with AI instead of a person.
I do think it would be fun.
That I think is hopeful.
I do think it would be funny to do the interview. If let's say you're a hiring manager and you're doing an interview and somebody's on the video chat, right? And they're wearing that nice suit. I would make it requirement number one. I go, okay, first things first. Will you stand up for 1 second? And if they're wearing the suit pants,
it's a real company.
I just wonder if like if they're doing the thing. If you're interviewing me or if I'm interviewing you,
right?
And either one of us has just the top half of us dressed, then I know you're not fully committed. Or maybe it's the indicator of your business on the top and then your party underneath, and that's how you do your job. You go, hey, sometimes I work from the office. That's where I'm wearing this. But I'm also, if it's a hybrid job, you can't expect them to have pants on for the job.
No,
it's a hybrid. You need to be hybrid dressed for the interview.
I mean, that's why we brought
Suit
back
on top,
the mullet.
Pants
Party in the business in front, party in the back.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I just don't think that.
Let's say this, Alex.
Yeah.
Let's say that you were off looking for another job.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you wanted another job, and your first interview was with an AI, with some kind of chat bot, whatever.
Yeah.
An AI.
How would you be able to know?
Let's say you knew.
Okay.
Maybe they tell you. They say, hey, your first interview is an AI screening. Would that bother you? Would you feel like you didn't want to work for that company? Would you feel disrespected a little bit? I would feel disrespected.
I think
a
so.
little bit.
I think so. And I thought the same thing where I was like, if I interviewed with them and I wasn't worth the time to actually have a normal face-to-face interview, that would feel weird. Now, however, if I was in an industry where I'm doing an interview with, let's say I'm trying to work for Amazon Cloud Services, right? And it's an obvious tech job that has, 13,000 employees. I would not be shocked if I was not interviewing with a human at first. You know what I mean? Not just because of a tech company, but because also it's a massive company.
See, I agree with your first point, which is I would feel a little bit disrespected.
Yeah, I can see
because
that.
here's the thing. If you're looking at a full-time job, you are committing the bulk of your day to this employer. You are taking your life and you're saying, look, these are hours that I'm never going to have back. These are days I'm never going to have back, and I'm giving them to you. Not only that, but you're getting 8 hours out of me and then another hour plus of me getting to you and getting home.
Okay.
I think that kind of commitment, if someone's willing to make a full-time commitment to your business, I think that is worth showing up in person.
Okay, Millard.
That's how I feel.
Millard.
Yes.
I asked AI a question. Okay. And this is a dicey thing to do. You can't ask it a question. And by the way, we're still trying to figure out what our AI question of the day is going to be, but this is kind of a pre interview. I asked the question to AI, to Copilot. How can I tell if an interview is with an AI screener? An AI job screener. And they said, great question, typical signs, great question, and just what a humanoid like you would ask, I'm sure. Typical signs of an AI screening interview. You ready for this? Pre-recorded one-way video questions. I get that. Yeah, you would be like, okay. Questions appear one at a time and a countdown timer. You usually cannot ask follow-up questions, okay? Very rigid conversation flow. The interviewer does not interact naturally with what you say. That makes sense. Now, you could be working for a bad person who just is not good at interacting personally or naturally anyway.
Sure.
And that actually might be important to know that, because if AI is not interacting naturally with you, fine. If a human is not acting kind of naturally with you, then
it's
you go.
good to know.
Then it would be good to know if they're a real person or not. Your answer may be cut off at exact times. Follow-up questions feel generic or repetitive. The next question appears immediately after you finish with one answer. That's one also. They said that's a big one. No small talk, no clarifications or conversational pauses. And then some screeners use text-to-speech voices that sound slightly flat or overly even or delayed. Lip sync can also look slightly off in an avatar-based interview. So
yeah,
there are some things that they're pretty easy to be able to tell with, but they just say, if you're looking for that, but also be aware. It also even says, but also be aware of the type of industry that you're in. If it's a 20-person company and they're doing an AI interview, might not be for you.
Yeah,
they might not be ready for actual human interactions with you either. So there you go. We'll take a break. We have news, traffic, and weather. By the way, an update to some possible updates to the Iran conflict and the possibility of a ceasefire being re-upped and maybe some agreements being made. We'll come back and we'll talk to you more after news, traffic, and weather. It is KSL Brightside. Stay with us.
2:30 at KSL News Radio, I'm Reagan Edelman. KSL's top local story this hour, Postal Service union members and voter advocates are defending the importance of voting by mail, with the president and Utah lawmakers trying to make big changes to it. Their message comes as Utahns will now have to opt in for mail-in ballots starting in 2029. The president is trying to limit mail-in voting.
When you make voting more difficult, more confusing, when you add unnecessary steps to the process, you inevitably decrease turnout.
That's League of Women Voters of Utah President Catherine Bealey. President Trump is in a legal battle over one of his executive orders that seeks to only mail ballots to people whose name is on a proposed nationwide voter roll. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. U.S. and Iranian negotiators have reached an agreement on a 60-day ceasefire extension that opens the door to start talking about Iran's nuclear program. But ABC's Karen Travers says President Trump has not yet approved the deal, and we don't know if he will.
The military is calling this an egregious ceasefire violation. So a big question now is, how does this impact the potential for negotiations, given that lack of urgency we heard from the president yesterday?
The potential deal comes just after the two countries traded airstrikes. Your money at this moment, the markets are closed and the Dow was up 25 points, closing at 50,669 points. The S&P was up 43 points and the NASDAQ was up 243 points. Coming up, a slight temperature drop over the weekend. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:32.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
There's no doubt about it. It's always a great time to shop at NPS, which truly is a nice place to save with their 4 locations. 1 in Orem, we've got 1 in Layton, and 2 in Salt Lake. Anytime you'll save 20 to 70% at NPS. But right now, it's time to get into NPS because Father's Day is just around the corner. The summer months are here. It's time to get those power tools, buy a fire pit, great men's clothing. How about some golf clubs and other sports equipment, things that are fun for the summertime for the kids, even things for your lawn and garden. And then, of course, groceries, great prices, and that's very important right now. Terrific prices on groceries. And then when you're shopping the store, above and beyond the 20 to 70% off, you'll find additional savings. It's time for you to go in and shop for dear old Dad at NPS.
Has your doctor told you it's time to lose weight? Is your blood pressure up, your cholesterol keeps climbing, or you're already on medication and wondering, is this just my life now? Been told you need a procedure or surgery but have to lose weight first? That's where most people get stuck. At SLC Fat Loss, we help people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections, prepackaged meals, or extreme workouts. But more importantly, we help you keep it off so you're not stuck wondering what problem is next. Imagine lowering your blood pressure, improving your health, and taking pressure off your joints. Because if nothing changes, it's more medication or bigger problems down the road, especially if you have a family history of health issues or feeling the effects of getting older.
I'm Maria Chaleos. I've not only lost more than 40 pounds, I've been given the resources to keep the weight off. SLCFatLoss.com.
Many clients lose 20 to 40 pounds in about 60 days. Schedule a free consultation and take control of your health. Go to SLCFatLoss.com. That's SLCFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Ricky Meese.
No accidents on your Valley freeways, but traffic already getting busy and a little slow. You're moving, just not at the posted limit. Northbound I-15 from 2100 South to 6 South downtown. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather, mostly sunny and windy today with a high of 87, but temperatures will drop into the 70s tomorrow. By Saturday, a high of 71, and we're expecting some showers. Right now, it's 84 degrees and partly cloudy in Salt Lake City. I'm Reagan Edelman from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com for Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, that's a great way to get your kids off social media.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, my real goal with the new social media stuff is to show up in my kids' feed.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, Alex, you ready for this? Get set this weekend for a rare blue micromoon. You ever heard of this before?
You've officially turned into an old guy when you're starting to do the
So,
micro blue moon?
A rare blue micromoon. Now, pay attention because this is not nearly as interesting as it sounds.
Is the moon micro or is the amount of blue micro?
Well, there's no blue.
Okay,
so
that's
this
why
is
it's
disappointing
micro.
in every
Yeah.
way. So a micromoon is the smallest appearing full moon of the year. It's called the micromoon. And a blue moon is when you get a second full moon in 1 month.
Okay.
So there's no blue involved. The micromoon is going to appear 6% smaller and 10% dimmer, which are subtle enough that it'll likely go unnoticed by most observers.
Back to you.
So you're not going to notice anything different about the full moon this weekend?
Right.
But scientists know
Wow.
that there is something
I love they're
meaningfully
like
different.
I love there's somebody's mom. Somebody wrote this article and their mom goes, I read your article and be like, I know, Mom, it was stupid. It doesn't mean anything.
Well,
I care about
scientifically
the
speaking,
moon.
it does. But
how is it even scientifically speaking? How is
but
it
I always
significant?
look forward
'Cause
to.
it just doesn't happen that often.
Well, when I see these fancy names for different moons,
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing something new.
And nothing ever happens.
No, these are descriptors that rarely have anything to do with the actual appearance of the
There was
moon.
like, well,
You can
here
see with your eyes.
comes the old blood moon, and then you watch and you go, is it orange? And they're
It
like,
appears
oh, yeah, it's a blood moon.
It appears 6% smaller. You're not going to notice it.
Yeah, that's. Here's the other thing: you're going to live in an area it's going to be overcast, and you're going to miss it anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
So sorry
Yeah,
about all that.
that's exactly
Sorry
right.
to disappoint anybody who was listening and hoping for some meaningful update on what that was going to look like. But here we are.
So check this out. DuckDuckGo is seeing a rush of new signups. DuckDuckGo is a search engine, but they're dedicated to privacy. Now they're seeing a flood of new signups because Google is pivoting to an AI chatbot style search that not everyone is ready for and not everyone wants. And so people are pivoting to DuckDuckGo, which will give you a traditional search experience and not track you.
So the Google AI kind of search platform that they're using now is going to track you?
At Google?
Yeah.
Well, Google tracks you anyway. But
Right.
what they're doing is they're saying that they're transforming the search box into a conversational engine with AI. For longer queries, they want to anticipate user intent. They want to be able to answer questions directly. They want people to be able to ask follow-up questions. In other words, like you would with a regular chat bot. And people are saying, all right, it's been fun, Google. I'm going to DuckDuckGo. Have you ever tried DuckDuckGo?
I have actually at some point, and I don't know if I don't really know how it is that they say they're dedicated to. Let me see here. DuckDuckGo.
So let me tell you this.
Software company.
Let me tell you what I did. So I got onto Google.
Yeah.
Because I wanted a little more information on this, and I Googled increased use of DuckDuckGo into Google.
And Google's like, never heard of it. Goodbye.
I have no idea. It says this, and I have the AI overview on this, right? So this is, to some degree, an AI-enabled Google search, okay? So this is what the AI overview said. Increasing your use of DuckDuckGo is a great way to protect your digital footprint. Millions of users are actively switching to privacy-focused search engines to bypass aggressive AI search updates and avoid tracking. So you know what? I will give credit to Google for giving me a very upfront and clear-eyed opinion on their competitor.
They're all, on a personal note, I heard it's terrible.
Well, you know what that indicates to me is that Google is not afraid of DuckDuckGo.
Right. I don't think that they are. Yeah.
Me.
Well, and I think there's room for, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of stuff that we were asking, like, oh, we asked a question to AI earlier. What was it? It was something about, what were we asking it about? It was like earning or something like that. I feel like if we asked it, it does. All you tell me with DuckDuckGo is it seems like it's not going to give you a very good answer. But it's private.
Well, sometimes, though, that's what you need, right? I mean, if you're Googling.
If I'm DuckDuckGoing, you mean?
If you're DuckDuckGoing. Yeah, you're right. Boy, we're in deep with Google.
I know. Well, and DuckDuckGo is like, that's a bad name. We come up with a bad name. You can't verbalize it, or you can't make a verb out of it.
No.
What are you doing? I'm ducking.
I'm ducking?
Yeah, you can't. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. You have to say I'm searching. This also, the AI overview on Google also gave me very detailed instructions on how to switch over to DuckDuckGo as default search engine, like step-by-step instructions.
Oh, yeah. You know what's funny is this is the part that bothers me about what's Microsoft search? Bing.
Is
that what I don't like about it is I got a new computer at work and it's got all the Microsoft stuff on it already because we're just slaves of the Microsoft around here, I guess. And it was like, anyway, you want to set Bing as your default browser? I said, absolutely not. And so I just I set my default browser on the settings to Chrome because that's what I use. I like to use Chrome as the browser. And it refused to recognize it because Chrome on my desktop, the Chrome icon, when I double click it, it goes to Bing. When I click the Chrome link on the icon on the front page of my desktop, it goes to Bing.
Have you called the police?
I want
You
Bill.
should sue.
I need Bill Gates to come down here right now and tell me how to fix this.
At the very least, Bill Gates.
He needs to come
because that is
here.
shady. Do you use Safari on Mac on Apple?
I don't like Safari feels low budget to me too. Is that bad?
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, it's your opinion.
My
That's
kids like it because I think it's the only option that they have. But I don't.
I use that on my app on my iPhone.
on the phone.
That's the only Apple.
I only do it if
I
only do it if I have to. If it sends me to something on that. But generally speaking, I don't like all the search engine that I use. I just use Chrome.
Someone texted in, "Go ask DuckDuckGo if it will be your girlfriend."
Oh, there is now. Listen, that is part of the AI side of things. Is people are finding their romantic mates.
I had to Google DuckDuckGo to
then
find the link. I guess I could have guessed what the URL
You can't
is.
Google DuckDuckGo because you won't get to the right place. Hold on. Did you DuckDuckGo it?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Will you be my girlfriend?
Will you be my girlfriend? What does it say?
Yeah, it's traditional search.
Yeah, it goes straight to it. It started to find Tinder.
21. Will you be my girlfriend? Proposal card ideas.
Tinder came up.
Cute and unique ways to ask a girl to be your girlfriend.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
I like this. I like DuckDuckGo's style. It's the old way of searching.
It's
the old way of searching. It didn't actually know what I wanted. Perfect.
If you just want a search engine, you don't want anything else.
Yeah.
DuckDuckGo is who you want.
It's got to be your vibe.
Because this is an old school search, which is great. I agree with you, Alex.
You know what? That's actually the new bar that you set. I think this texter got it exactly right. They're all. If you need to find out if it's a real thing or not, you just go straight to it and say, "Will you be my girlfriend?" and then you'll get the real vibe on what this search engine does. My favorite thing is when you ask. My kids will ask. They'll ask Siri all the time, or whoever. No, the Alexa. They'll ask the Alexa all these questions and be like, I'm not capable of doing something that right now, but I appreciate the effort, and they're like, oh, okay.
Why did you call it the Alexa? I mean, she has a name. It's Alexa.
Because I don't want to recognize it as being a person yet. The Alexa to me in our house is that one box in the kitchen that I play music off of. Yeah.
It's not Alexa. It's
I'm going to ask the Alexa if we can listen to some music over here.
Yeah, you're dehumanizing.
Well, I know, because it's not a human. And I want to make sure that line is there. Oh, and now I'm a discriminator against the robot race?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, fine.
I didn't say anything.
You're like, I didn't say anything. If your conscience is making you feel bad, that's your problem.
Hey, you know what? Just because it's not alive doesn't mean you need to mistreat it.
We are taking your texts on, again, it's National Burger Day. The Crown Burger down at 96 South and State Street in Sandy burned, and you're not able to get a burger from there, ironically, on National Burger Day. We have asked people for two things: their favorite national burger place, their favorite local burger place. 57500, we're taking all of those. And I've got our AI question of the day that we are going to ask AI, that we are going to ask Copilot to give us a real answer on, so that we can get to the bottom of this thing. And it may or may not be related to the burgers. So stay right here with us. More to go. Final segment before we get you ready for Jeff Kaplan's Afternoon News coming up next right here on KSL Brightside.
1 in 5 Utah kids face hunger. And the summer months make things even more challenging because families can no longer rely on school meals to help them get by. These days, the situation is more dramatic than ever. That's why Utah Food Bank is again holding its annual Summer Business Food and Fund Drive, encouraging organizations of all sizes to gather food for donations for families. Beginning in early June and running through the end of August, the Summer Business Food and Fund Drive is your chance to make a difference for families seeking emergency food requests to help stretch their budgets. Rally your coworkers, friends, or a community group of any size to make a collection. Every dollar earned turns into more than $7 in the form of goods and services to help those in need. What are you waiting for? Organize your Summer Business Food and Fund Drive today. To find out more or to get ideas for your own DIY fundraiser, visit utahfoodbank.org.
Primary Children's Hospital has given so much to Utah kids and needs your help to keep the healing going strong. Listen to KSL News Radio on Thursday, June 4th, to hear inspiring stories from children and their families as they receive world-class care at this incredible hospital. Donate now by visiting kslkids.com or text the word SMILE to 57500. Be a smile maker. An automatic gift each month helps save the lives of children all year long. Brought to you by J&J Garden Center and the Utah Hyundai dealers. On behalf of all of us at KSL News Radio, we thank you.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
Your dog is limping, but she seems fine. Plus, you've heard they can fake it just to get what they want. So what's the deal now? You're being gaslit.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Oh, now she switched legs. What a diva.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Thanks. Is oil marked down?
Save up to $15 when you buy 5 quarts and a filter.
And fuel treatment?
2 for $9 on Lucas.
Brake pads?
Marked down to free.
Free?
Get free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 Duralast rotors.
That's several markdowns.
For many more miles. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
As the #1 small business lender, Zions Bank helps entrepreneurs reach and exceed their goals. Visit your local branch or zionsbank.com/SBA. Equal housing lender.
Everything to my back is dark.
High in the alpine wilderness.
Really ugly clouds coming over from the north.
A place
The ridgeline is imposing, the escarpments, the drops.
where survival
It's dark now. I have nothing.
is never certain.
This is not good.
My name's Dave Cawley, and I'm the host of a podcast called Uinta Triangle. It's about the disappearance of an Australian hiker named Eric.
Our conclusion and that of the sheriff is that the mountains have decided to keep him.
Come retrace Eric's footprints with me.
You have done this walk too, but this is your backyard.
Did he really make a wrong turn, or did he decide that he was done.
He is not the first or last person to vanish in this remote region.
It was haunting to see the photos. I mean, really.
Find and follow the podcast series Uinta Triangle. That's Uinta, spelled U-I-N-T-A, Triangle, wherever you get your podcasts. All episodes out now.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right. Last segment here on KSL Brightside before we pass it over to Jeff Kaplan. And I got a text. So, we've been chatting about DuckDuckGo. A lot of people are moving to DuckDuckGo because of how much Google has integrated the AI.
You say a lot of people, but I bet it's not that.
Well, just because it's not you.
17 people moved from DuckDuckGo or moved over to DuckDuckGo from Google today as Google gained 17 million more users. Like, come on, man.
So someone invited me to text DuckDuckGo, will you be my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Or not text, but search or ask. And, I did that with another AI search engine.
Oh, you did? Just going around asking all the computers at the office if they'll be your girlfriend? That's good.
I got just a normal, regular, traditional search. It was great. And then someone texted in. They said, hey, DuckDuckGo has an option to AI Assist. And I looked, and sure enough, it's called Duck.ai. And so I said, all right, Duck.ai.
Is it more DuckDuck? Or is it more AIE than the other
Yeah,
AIs?
yeah, it's AI. I said, will you be my girlfriend? And it said this, I can't be your girlfriend, but I can help with relationship advice, how to ask someone out, writing messages, or coping with feelings. What would you like help with? Now,
AI is so creeped out by us, by the way. Like every other question that it gets asked is about being a girlfriend.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's what it is. That's what they end up doing.
It's going to go the same direction every time.
Less than 1% of the market.
Is that what that is?
And falling.
And falling?
Alex.
That's not what Ethan just told me from this other story.
But do you remember, though, when I did it on the other search engine? Or not a search engine. It was on ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And I said, will you be my girlfriend? I said, well, I'm not human, but if you want, I can flirt with you and, share messages and things like that. It got a lot more personal. DuckDuckGo stayed very professional. I can't be a girlfriend, but I can help you. I can give you advice, how to ask someone out, writing messages, coping with feelings.
So DuckDuckGo is the preferred search engine for every HR representative in the industry.
Well, it's much more professional.
I told you that I have a question for our AI question of the day is this. So it's based off of one of the fun things that we did today, which was, of course, it's National Burger Day. We asked people for their national and local favorite burger places, and we got a cajillion responses, and I loved it. So
and you know what's great? Every one of them is good.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me which one was your favorite local one. Is it because you're trying to stay agnostic when it comes to that? Why?
I have a number of favorites for different things, and I don't know. I don't want to. I'd feel bad singling people out.
Well, okay. So I asked this just straight up.
I do have some real favorites, though.
Our burger of the day question became straight up to what's it called? This is Copilot. I use Copilot. Okay. Because that's when our work approves of. Okay. Our work is like if you're going to ask a robot a question, it has to be an approved robot, and our approved robot is.
Am I going to get a call from HR for using Duck.ai?
No. For using ChatGPT, you will though. You're fired, actually.
Oh, hey, someone texted in Millie's Burgers.
Oh, you remember Millie's Burgers?
Do I remember?
Is this still open?
Oh yeah.
21st South?
Yeah,
21st South and about
9th East. They are going strong. Yeah.
Okay. What I love about Millie's is this straight up. They're like, look, we're not making any apologies. There's a lot of grease back here. We're cooking in.
This is how we do it. Millie's. Well, not. I won't share my childhood stories.
Okay, that's fine.
We can keep going.
Okay. So I just straight up asked AI. I asked Copilot, tell me what makes a great burger here in America. I said here in America because I don't want because we do it right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care to hear what other people in other countries do. I don't care about. And by the way, can I just say something that I don't prefer, and I know some people do, is the egg on the burger. I'm not a big fan of.
Oh, really?
Moving on. Oh. I said, what makes a great burger? Just straight up. Here was the AI response of our AI question of the day. The beef. Thank you. The patty is the foundation. The fat content matters the most.
Yes.
An 80-20 ground chuck is the sweet spot. Enough
80-20,
fat.
that is
That's
correct.
what it says.
That is
because
correct.
if you try to do that 90-10,
If it's too lean,
right? If you try to do that 90-10 business, it's going to be too dry.
Yeah.
And you don't want that because you're already starting off with a dry base. You
Correct.
don't want that.
Yeah.
Fresh grind beats ultra lean every time. Do not overwork the meat.
correct.
Many people turn their burgers dense and sausage-like. A loosely packed patty with a good crust will always win at the end of the day.
Yeah, this is very good advice.
The magic is the Maillard reaction. Oh, now we're getting
This
now,
is too
now we're getting
too
French.
much. Too much.
Now we're getting French.
What do they say about the cheese?
So first, I'm not done with the patty, brother.
Oh my goodness!
It gave
All
me
right.
number 2 was the crust. Yeah. So the crust is on there. They're just saying, hey, get some char on there. They don't care what you like in the middle, but as long as the outside's nice and charred, you're good.
Okay. All right.
The bun, fine. Proper ratio, fine. I'm gonna get down to the cheese for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Cheese and sauce. They put it in the same category.
Okay.
American cheese dominates burger culture.
Correct.
For a reason.
Yes.
It says melts perfectly.
Yep.
Adds salt.
Yep.
Emulsifies into the meat.
Correct.
So when somebody rolls up and they go, I have a really, really good high
Aged
quality cheddar
cheddar.
cheese that I put on it.
Yeah.
And then you look at it and it took 48 minutes and it still didn't melt and you're like, it didn't melt. I want the melted cheese on there. I like the flavor of cheese but I like the consistency of the gooiness.
I love cheese. I love cheese of all kinds, but when it comes to cheeseburgers, I have a strong preference. 2 different people accused me of gatekeeping burger places. I got 2 different texts
Because
right
they're
in
like-
a row because I didn't want to say.
Okay, can I tell the listener something without your input?
I'm not gatekeeping.
Okay, hold on.
I just feel like
this is between me and the listener.
What?
You can't participate in this.
All
You
right.
guys, he is like this. I'm just telling you, he is so like this. Where he goes, well, I have a place that my family likes, but I'm not telling anybody. Like, this is the kind of
I
thing.
do that with camping.
He did
For
it
a
with
reason.
camping,
For a
and
reason.
now signing up for burgers.
I'm only doing it.
My wife and I have the place that we like to go, but I'm not sharing that with anybody
No.
else.
This is a different thing.
This is a community, bro.
I just didn't want to leave someone out because there are a lot of burgers I love. I didn't want to leave a great local place out. And so, but okay, so I'll tell you. Overall, generally speaking, I like the Greek families. Okay? Crown, Atlas, Olympus, Apollo.
Yes.
Okay, I go for those.
Those are all.
Those are, in my mind, those are the king.
If they sell euros on top of a burger that has some pastrami on it,
That's
then you're
right.
probably in a good place.
That's right.
Yeah,
Then you're
yeah,
in a good
yeah.
place in Salt Lake.
Good.
So that is my preference. But there are a lot of great local places that I like beyond that. And then, honestly, and you're going to roll your eyes at this, but if I'm looking at
I like a McDonald's burger.
double quarter pounder with cheese,
Oh boy,
it's the closest to my house, and I like it every time. that sandwich has never once failed. It has
the
never
double
once
quarter
failed.
pounder with cheese.
The double quarter pounder with cheese has never once
Okay.
failed.
Here are the things that are the intangibles of a burger. Okay.
Okay.
The intangibles, stuff that wins. So they said, first of all, I love how it does try to make you feel good about asking a question. Oh, great question. And burger is a classic question. I don't know. And plus, did I tell you look cute today? That's what Ethan's asking the AI all these questions. The intangibles, nostalgia. So a lot of people are answering these questions and they're going, oh, I've always loved fill in the blank. And they love the nostalgia of that place. Millie's Burgers is one of those places that I bet they've probably been going for a long time.
Yep.
A lot of folks, they love the In-N-Out Burger, but it was because they would go down to California, they'd go to Disney, they'd go to In-N-Out Burger, and it has a flavor taste that's associated with that. It's not just a good burger, and most of the time it is just a good burger, but it also has that. If it has nostalgia in there, it might win just based off of that. The reason that I have a lot of people texting in about, oh, Whataburger's the best. I liked Whataburger growing up when I was in Texas. I do not make any I know I make no bones about the fact that I think that I've been fooled a little bit by the nostalgia because I went back as an adult later and went, okay, I guess I was pretty low. I guess the bar was pretty low when I was a kid. Comfort food psychology, my favorite term of the day so far. All right, handheld convenience.
Yep.
So you can't do the thing where you put too much crap on it. Is basically what it is. Don't put too much stuff on it.
Correct. Yeah.
Don't do it.
That's Carl's.
Yeah, they love to put tons.
Way too much stuff on
Tons
it.
on
And then you go, and then they go, isn't it cool that it all fell out? That's part of their marketing. And you're like, no, it was not good. Fat, salt, umami, all part of the equation. And then when, and then actually they say when and where you consume it is actually a big deal. After or during a game, backyard cookout with people that you like. It said with people that you like. If it's people you don't like, it's the opposite in nostalgia.
Get a burrito.
Burger sucks. Why? Because Craig's here. I hate that guy. Right? And then this one from a roadside stand. They said people actually, if they have this kind of thought of it being kind of this hole in the wall place, oh, I found this place. You know what I mean?